Good morning, we're live again. It's Wednesday, May 31st. I'm so excited about this week. I celebrate my birthday tomorrow. Hooray. Hope you had a wonderful Memorial weekend. I hope you were relaxed, enjoyed some time unplugged from your normal routine. And speaking of normal routines and being unplugged, I want to talk today about happiness and how you can choose to make happiness the easy choice in your life based on some principles written by Jeff Olson in his book, The Slight Edge. Here it is. He talks about life moving along and how there are choices that we make that are easy and choices that we make that are easy not to do. He uses this curve right here. Can you see the curve? There's the curve. This curve would be life, your life, and time. And the things above the line are the things that are easy for you to do. So for most people, it's easy to brush their teeth before they go to bed. For most people, it's easy to wake up and drink a cup of coffee or drink a cup of water or eat breakfast. So there are things in our life that are easy to do. And over time, those easy choices that we make build up, build up, build up until suddenly we become the 5% of people or the 10% of people who are brushing our teeth regularly. In fact, did you know in the 30s there was a campaign, I believe it was in the 30s, a campaign in the United States about brushing teeth because people didn't used to brush their teeth every day. And now look at us all, we brush our teeth every day. At any rate, this curve right here shows that given time, the easy things that you do compound into easy breezy and goodness in your life. See that curve? Goodness in your life. So the opposite is also true. Here we go. Dun dun dun. The things that you choose that are easy not to do, here's the curve. Over time, let's see, here's a great example. It's easy not to refuse a piece of cake every day. Maybe that's true of some people, maybe that's not true of everyone. But eating is a great example because while you're living your life, if you make choices that are easy not to do, eat well, eat healthy, over time, look what happens, and then suddenly you find yourself, oh my God, at the end of the year, I gained 10 pounds. Oh my God, at the end of 5 years, I've gained 50 pounds, right? Like, this is the point where, and it's time, the things that you've been doing over the last however many years are beginning to show up in your life. This curve is also true in that study they did about people's muscles. So everybody was talking about how when you're 40, when you turn 40, you start losing muscle mass. And it's interesting because I decided to read that study because I didn't believe it was true, that why is 40 the magic number and why do you lose muscle mass when you're 40? And the study was about sedentary people. So they looked at sedentary people, and as you know, sedentary people are making the choice like this. It's easy not to exercise. It's easy not to get out and move around. It's easy not to be healthy. It's easy not to walk up the stairs. It's easy not to park way far out of the grocery store and walk in, right? These are all easy not to do choices. But then when they were 40, boom, these people lost muscle mass. So the truth is not that when you turn 40, you lose muscle mass. The truth is, by the time you've hit 40, if you're not doing something to keep it up, you're going to lose it because the body says, well, 40 years, they haven't used it. You're probably using it in the first 10 or 15 years, excuse me. But then after 30 years, your body says, clearly, they're not using these muscles, so we're not going to upkeep. We're not going to maintain them because it's not a great use of resources. And that's true in happiness too. over time, if you make choices that are not happy, you're going to find yourself a curmudgeon, a person who can't find happiness at all, who has wonderful things happen to them, but they don't have the ability to experience happiness. So, turn your curve over. Choose the easy path to happiness, and we've talked about it. You can, here's the list again. It's 5 basic things. Hopefully I'll remember all 5. You can write down 3 things you're grateful for on a regular daily basis. I do it. It's amazing. 2, you can meditate for 2 minutes a day. Meditate is just quiet your mind, sit in quietness, easy breezy to do. You can use the 10-5 rule in your social network, or just say positive things to people in your social network. Easy to do. You have an opportunity to do that on a regular basis. Number 3, exercise for 10 minutes. 10 minutes could be just take the flight of stairs. Park a little further away from the office building, right? Just get it in. And the last one, drats, I frequently forget that last one, but I'll remember it. Anyway, you can look it up yourself. The 5 things to do to incorporate happiness in your life, just start with 1. It doesn't take much. The last one, I know it. It is remember a positive experience from the last 24 hours. So you review the whole last 24 hours of your life and you choose one thing that had a positive impression on you, that created a sense of joy in you, and write it down or remember it or relive it, right? Bring that memory back to the forefront of your mind. So this is the curve, and these are the things that you can make easy to do in your life. And over time, this is your life and this is time, boom, you will be 5% in the happiness, wonderful, joyous place in your life. And this is why it's so important to practice happiness. So, why am I talking about that? Because tomorrow's my birthday. And from year to year, when you allow the things in your life that you want to choose to be the easy choice, for example, if your toothbrush is right next to the bathroom sink so that before you go to bed, you just pick it up and brush, then that's a no-brainer. Easy is wonderful. If you use something like drinking a cup of coffee as a trigger to think of things that you're grateful for in your life, that is easy. You are creating this wonderful curve in your life, and the curve will go up. It will not go down. If you're interested, you can read Jeff Olson's book, The Slight Edge. And I encourage you to choose things that are happy, because in the long run, you will be able to choose happiness much later, because that's the easy thing to do. Last but not least, I wanted to share with you something called Tiny Habits. It's an amazing little program where you attach a new habit to a habit you're currently doing. So for me, every morning I wake up and I've chosen to do some of my original strength resets. So my trigger is waking up, and then I do my resets. So look it up. I believe it's tinyhabits.com. Every Monday you can practice Tiny Habits. They've got a great little program. And I've been doing it now for 2 weeks, and it's phenomenal. And it's helping me make better choices and make happy choices, and to attach happiness to specific things I'm already doing in my life. And you can too. So if you'd like, feel free to wish me a happy birthday, because I will accept that with joy and happiness in my life. And until Friday, when I get to recap what happened on my birthday, I wish you well and a ton of happiness.